From the site that many call the loudest in the NFL, we are inside GEHA Field at Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. Today, we're set for a good AFC matchup between the Miami Dolphins and the Kansas City Chiefs. Here's a punter, Thomas Morstead, to get this one started. And we are underway from Kansas City. Fields it right around the goal line. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Right to the air is Mahomes. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line.
As you and I both know, one reason teams script plays to start a game is so they can practice them ahead of time. I will guarantee you that fumble was not in the script.
You don't think they had fumble written next to play one there?
No, that was never in the script because they want to have good memories when they go into a ball game, not something that could have gone wrong.
Following the fumble recovery, here's Tua. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down.
Well, they certainly knew their challenge as this series began, and they got to stop on play number 1. Goal now, get 2 more stops and limit the damage to a field goal.
On second down, Mostert. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8. Now Tua. Well, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked up by Nick Bolton. And the Chiefs are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line. They'll start out here with a jet sweep. Dances by at the 20. And some room to roam now. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 36 yards on the play. So that about the shortest pass a quarterback can make, but it winds up going for a bundle.
Yeah, let's face it, in the stats, it sure looks like a heck of a throw, doesn't it? It's almost like in baseball when you get that little Texas leaguer that turns into a double. You would think that you hit it off the wall. Big-time play for him on a short little pass.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. On play action, it's Mahomes. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. He'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. They fake the give. Now Mahomes under a heavy rush, and down he goes. The sack there by Bradley Chubb. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. After the sack on first down, Mahomes, and the pressure gets to him again. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's 3rd down. Boy, a tough spot here as they approach the line of scrimmage. A long way to go to try to pick up this first down. They'll under pressure again, and down he goes again. Bradley Chubb, that's now back-to-back sacks, and it brings up 4th down. And that is the third sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Man, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
So how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now,
this is intercepted, intended for Hill. Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed. And the Chiefs are going to take possession of the football. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And, Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them. And they took advantage of it there, got a nice interception, and set up their offense in great shape.
So nothing there that time, and maybe you need to look to the O-line. They weren't able to create any space.
No, they weren't, and you know as well as I do, as many offensive line coaches we've ever met, I think that'll be addressed loudly when those guys get to the sideline.
And they're usually loud and big. 9 yards, and that leaves them just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard. They'll look to pick it up with McKinnon. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. Just a yard, but that's all they needed. And by the slimmest of margins, it'll be first and goal. They'll run. Here's Burton, the fullback. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. We're scoreless after 1. Second and goal from the 1. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. Sliding out of the... He's got it. Touchdown, Chiefs. Mike Burton. A 1-yard touchdown reception. And the Chiefs post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this second quarter. They're going to try and run. And he will get in to make it 8-0. Nothing fancy there on that 2-point try. Give it to the big boy and let him go to work.
That almost felt like sandlot football that we used to play, didn't it? Biggest guy on your team who can carry the ball, hand it to him and let him rumble.
Nobody picked me on the sandlot football team.
You were quarterback, and I know better.
I was the water boy. This will be fielded inside the 5. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's a handoff to Mostert running left. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Raheem Mostert, 28 yards. And the Dolphins have come back to make it a 2-point game. Jason Sanders now for the extra point. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. Oh, no, and it's intercepted. They're down only 1 score, still first half, but they're going to line up for the onside kick. And did the Dolphins get it? Yes. Miami football. So the onside kick is recovered. And, you know, I always thought, Charles, as someone who didn't play these positions, that going over the middle as a receiver or trying to recover an onside kick, those are two very tough things to do.
It takes a lot of fortitude to put yourself in that position, but you have to do it in order to help your team win.
Unable to recover it.
And Tua going to be intercepted for the third time. Picked off by Ron Thornhill. And the Chiefs will take over possession here up at the 44. And that was one I kind of saw coming, Charles. You had a free safety just hanging back there over the middle, waiting, and he saw that ball go in the air, and he jumped on it.
And I don't know why the quarterback didn't see that. That was just your standard cover 3, which means the free safety in the middle of the field, the 2 corners, and they divide the field in thirds. But when you have a free safety with range, like a good center fielder, he can go from side to side and make plays on the football as he did there.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Here's Mahomes to throw. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now. Throwing now is Mahomes. He'll buy some time right. And he'll just get rid of it. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part to get them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football and now zapped right back in the other direction. They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. Mahomes hit. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. The big fella. And this is brought all the way back. A fumble recovery and taken to the house for a Miami touchdown. And Charles, look at the big fella. What a rumble that was. Not only to scoop it, but then take it the rest of the way for the touchdown.
And now you know they're going to have to...
And he's going to be taken down. It's a sack, and they fail on the try for 2. Boy, I guess they're going to keep trying to put the pedal to the metal here. They're going to try an onside kick. And the Chiefs are going to make the recovery. A second quarter onside kick there that failed. Is that something that maybe they had dialed up before this game started?
It feels like it, doesn't it? That they thought they had the right situation, you know, and the right approach in going after it. Also may signal that they feel like they have the superior team, that they can try these sorts of things and it won't come back and hurt them later.
Mike, 55. Check, 55, Mike. Yeah. Hey, 43, 15. 55, Mike, guys, 55. Come to my work.
On first down now, run with McKinnon. And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30. Give him 13 yards there and a Kansas City first down.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. And that led to a really nice game.
Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Five yards remain on second down. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on second down. Third and short, McKinnon. And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Here we go on 4th down, and he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. The Chiefs tried it, but they're turned away on 4th down. And the Dolphins' defense is able to hold. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They hand it off to Mostert. And he'll be stopped here well short of the first down at the 24-yard line. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. They're going for it. Here's Tua with it. It's complete. Swings it out to his running back. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. On first down, Tagovailoa. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Juan Thornhill. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Charles, I'm looking at you, and understandably your mouth is wide open in disbelief. What were they thinking?
That's going to be one of the great mysteries, but I do know this. When they went out on offense, I will guarantee they told them, don't just make anticipatory throws. Make sure you see it before you throw it. Didn't happen here.
Trying to protect that lead, and now they gave it up. And, out of bounds at the 1-yard line. What a return. He did everything but take it to the house. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. It's a squibber picked up around the 27. And out of bounds finally, but not before getting it way across the 50 inside the 25.
But when the highlight is shown of this play, all attention is going to be on the person running with the football. But how about the group as a whole? Setting up that big-time return, yardage that we won't even account for in the box score, may help.
To a hit, and the ball is out.
Well, I think a Dolphin was able to fall on it. Yes, they'll keep possession here. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. Throwing on 2nd and long. Tua rolling to his right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. Throw left side, taken in by Hill. Touchdown! Tyreek Hill in the final seconds of the first half.
And the Dolphins have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. Mike McDaniel, no hesitation on his end. He's telling his offense to go for 2.
And that is caught for the 2 points. And, of course, on the 2-point try, had the option to run or pass. They pass it there, and it works.
Felt pretty straightforward, didn't it? An open receiver, ball's put on him, 2 points for them.
Maybe time for one play on offense. 7 seconds to go in the half as the kick is away. Fielded right around the 8.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30, right about the 29. Final shot before the half from Mahomes.
catch is made by Hardman. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The Dolphins in front, and they'll be in possession of the football first as the second half gets started.
Taking it about the 1. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And, Charles, they've got the lead. I would imagine the overall halftime tone was a positive one, but what do you think the talking points were in the locker room?
Well, if there were 3 talking points at the half, partner, all of them were about turnovers because they were pretty loose with the ball. Otherwise, this lead could be even bigger. Now, I don't think that they overly harped on it, but I think they told them, guys, if you want to keep calling those plays that are exciting, you've got to take care of the ball. Otherwise, we may have to dial things back a little bit.
Find Gesicki as tight end. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down. It's a gain of 6 that time on 3rd and 2.
I know I spent a lot of time talking about how tight ends in a lot of cases now are pumped up wide receivers, but they're still big people. And he used that frame right there to absorb a really big hit on him and held on to the ball.
And now here is another interception.
Picked up by Nick Bolton. And the Chiefs are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line.
That is a tough way to start the third quarter. You get the football, hoping to drive it down, put it in the end zone, and take the lead. Instead, they give them the football.
And I think the key here is for them to not get discouraged. That is not how they drew it up, not how they saw it in their minds. But there's a long way to go in this game. You know, they've just got to find a way to come back one play at a time. Yes, it's a cliche, but they can get it done.
From just shy of midfield, Mahomes, screenplay, McKinnon.
And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
Mahomes going to throw. They'll roll him out right. Oh, they try to shuffle pass, and it's intercepted. He got out of the pocket there, was wondering what he was going to do with it, but I think he was calling, his receiver was calling for the ball, wasn't he?
He certainly was. The problem, he called for it too late, and when he delivered, they were all over him in the secondary and came up with the interception.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They'll start in excellent field position following the INT. And good vision there as he's across midfield and down to the 45-yard line. They fake the handoff. Now Tua. Open man downfield is Waddle. He's got it. Down inside the 10. And he's going to get this all the way down to the 2 before he's wrestled out. The deuce is wild here. 2nd down and 2 with just about 2 minutes on the clock.
Tua going to throw. And he's going to go down just outside of the 5, right around the 6-yard line. Chris Jones picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Well, if you're going to throw the ball on 1st and goal from the 2, the worst thing that should result is an incompletion for you offensively. But, Brandon, this is a different type of football. Back in my day, 1st and goal from...
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown.
Raheem Mostert
with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon as his guys are able to extend their lead.
Tua going to try and throw for it.
And he is into the end zone again as he scores both the touchdown and the 2-point conversion to extend this lead. Now a timeout called for by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick.
And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Mahomes throw into the hands here of Hardman.
The 40. 20. A big play there on the catch and run. 81 yards. So that's about as long a non-scoring play as you're going to see from inside their own 10 to first and goal. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up second and goal.
This is a critical sequence here for this offense. Things really haven't gone their way so far. This could be their chance to get back into it, but they've got to find a way to punch this ball in.
They'll try and run it in with Burton. And he is in. Touchdown, Kansas City. Mike Burton. His second touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Chiefs are able to get a score back in the final stages of this third quarter.
Now Mahomes to the line as the Chiefs are going to go for the two-point try. They're going to keep it on the ground. And he will bull his way in there for the 2 points. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
This fielded right at the goal line.
And he will be taken down here on the return on what will wind up being the final play of this third quarter. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
84 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. Buying time to his left. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
Good work on the scamper by Tagovailoa. It's a first down.
Well, there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the fourth quarter, picking up the first.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time, and that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go.
So with your team leading in the fourth quarter, you know you've got to run the football. They know you've got to run the football. Sometimes that means there's nowhere to run the football.
Second down. Here's Mostert again.
Give him 2 yards that time, and it's going to leave him with a 3rd and 11 situation. Now, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. The scramble good for a nice gain of 10 yards, but still 4th down.
Thanks to his effort, they now have a big choice to make here. He just ran them into field goal range with that one, so here come the choices. Do they kick it here, or do they trust him to make another big play and possibly get a first down?
They'll try it now with Mostert.
The Dolphins can't convert on 4th down, and the Chiefs' defense comes up with a stop.
So that's a decision that could loom pretty large here. They go for it on 4th down, but come up empty.
But I actually like the call, and the reason? It shows me a head coach has faith in his team overall. First, on the offensive side, thinking they can pick it up, but also knowing that he has faith in his defense that if they don't, they'll go out there and stop them. I like the confidence he showed.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game.
So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. Here they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
Mahomes will throw.
Out to his left.
He's got his man. That's Hardman.
And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30.
Give him 22 there on the 3rd down conversion.
From the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10.
Here's Mahomes. Hitting Juju on the slant.
And he's down into the red zone at the 16 after a gain of 16. 1st and 10.
Mahomes to throw it.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
Mahomes.
Dancing to his left. That's caught left side by Hardman. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. Back at the 2 now. Here's 2nd and goal. And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And he is in as they have tied it late here in the final minute of the 4th quarter. They got the dramatic score to tie the game here late 4th quarter. Now all eyes resting on the foot of one man.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Your brother called me before the game. That's his guy in fantasy. He needs this one badly.
A very important extra point there, up and good. And that is going to put him on top by a point, and it sets us up for quite a finish. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Now Tua. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And he's got it. It's caught for a touchdown. And they have taken the lead here in the final seconds.
Charles, that drive was perfect. Methodical, executed so well, and they grabbed that lead with almost no time.
Oh, and a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch. And he's got it. So the 2-point conversion is good, and they add on to their 4th quarter lead. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick.
Fielded just outside the goal line.
And they'll be backed up a bit to start as he's out of bounds at the 16. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
For this offense, Charles, remember the last time they were out here, marched it nearly the full length of the football field, and a lot of the attack went through the air, so now they're seeing if they can duplicate that performance.
Okay, if I show my age a little bit, partner, because I can hear my high school coach, John Ford. I can hear his voice in my head. Laddie, when you put the ball in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. But the way the game's being played now, this is just part of what they do. So I don't think they should change anything at all. They've been dominant. Keep throwing it around.
Now they work this well upfield across the 45. So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gault.